Farm Small, Farm Smart Daily is part of the Modern Grower Podcast Network. Check out some of our other shows like Carrot Cash Flow, the Growing Microgreens podcast, and Farm Small, Farm Smart. Learn more about the shows using the link below. All those markets, what did you observe along the way? What I mean is, you have people who listen who go to a farmer's market, they start it and they can't tell, is this a good market or not? You've been exposed to a lot of markets along your career over the past 4 years. Have you learned a few things along the way where you can quickly sum up whether this market is a banger or it's trash?
Yeah, there's not one size fits all, but like I've done some markets that have incredible foot traffic, but you're not selling microgreens because at that farmer's market, 80% of the vendors are food vendors and 20% are farmers, but they're still calling it a farmer's market. And you're like, what the heck's going on? This foot traffic is insane, but everyone's buying hot food and the farmers are just left on the side. So I've done markets like that where the foot traffic's insane and your sales are like down. And I've done farmers markets where there's no foot traffic, but everyone in that community is health-based and every customer that stopped by your booth is buying. And you're like, wow, like this is a really good market, but there's no foot traffic. Based off my experience, the best markets are markets where people are health conscious, right? People want to eat healthy. People are in organic. That could be a market that has a lot of foot traffic or a market that doesn't have foot traffic. It just depends on the location. The market I make $15, the lowest I ever made is Hidden Hills. Where Hidden Hills, that's where all the rich people, Kim Kardashian, Scottie Pippen, Kanye West, they live in the valley here near LA. It's a gated community. And you actually have to show them your ID to get in this gated community. I made $15 and it's nothing but millionaires and billionaires that live in that community. And you're like, what's going on? And it's just a farmer's market for people that live there. And I did horrible there. Or I could go to a farmer's market in Wellington Square that's in a food desert, but people haven't had a farmer's market, or they had a farmer's market there for 15 years, but it's a food desert and people there want to eat healthy food. They want to access healthy food. So we do really good. But if you go there and you look at the foot traffic, you're like, man, you're not going to make nothing, but we go there and we make good money. So there's not one size fits all. Like I said, my experience is just, you got to find a farmer's market where people want to eat healthy food, right? And they appreciate healthy vegetables and fruits. That's what you want to look for. If you go to a market, this is what I can say. If you go to a market and it's mostly food vendors, you're probably not going to do really good, right? Because people are just going to buy hot food and they're not going to really buy produce. That's off my experience.
How many weeks do you think you need to give a market to get a real sense of its true nature?
At least a month. After a month, you could really tell for sure, at least a month. And then also, I found that September, October, November are actually the best times for farmers markets in California, right? Because it's not too hot, not too cold. It's fall. That's when school just started. So parents are out there buying food for their kids. People are back from vacation. It's not really raining. So September, October, November timeframe in California, those always seem like my highest numbers. Summertime, you're going to have a lot of tourists. Those are good, but not as good because your locals are usually gone for vacation, or they're not coming to the farmer's market because their kids are out of school. They're hanging out with their kids. They don't have to provide lunches for them and dinners for them. So yeah, I always found that September, October, November, and then December is a little slow because that's when it's raining here in California and people are focusing on buying presents and stuff. So those are really and then March, April are always good too. Springtime.
Hello, growers. Protect your crops from harmful insects with Modern Growers Insectanet. This top-tier insect netting made by Modern Grower shields your plants from pests and harsh weather, boosting your yields without harmful sprays. Insectanet's unique design allows 90% of the light to pass through and is easy to use with low tunnel systems like our quick hoops. It's soft, elastic, and durable, perfect for field use
to help ensure that your crops thrive. Say goodbye to pest damage and hello to healthier, market-ready produce. Invest in Insectinet and see the difference it makes. Get Insectinet at shop.moderngrower.co or using the link below.